I had a consultation with Jordan Lawley from his Trainer's Guide to Success thing a couple years ago. I'd raised my rates, so that was part of what helped. I had more kids that were new coming in with the rates, and I started doing package deals, which helped. So this like subscription monthly based package deals where try to get kids in the gym more consistently. By getting them in more consistently at a lower rate, they're still paying more overall, and they're coming more often. So I think the package deals and the raised rates helped, and getting new kids in at those raised rates, and just consistency. I don't think there's any one specific thing that got it to where I doubled my money.
What else did J-Law, if you can share, what else did he suggest on his consultation? I had mine too at the end of the program. It was pretty helpful. Pretty dope, actually.
Yeah, we talked about just goal setting in terms of what I was trying to do, short-term, long-term. We talked about online programs, which I actually I probably should have, but I never actually got into that. And we talked about rentals versus owning a facility and stuff like that, because initially that was a goal of mine. And, we talked about this where it's like, I don't think most trainers actually want to own a facility. They just want somewhere cheap that they can train whenever they want. And so
right.
those were the biggest things that we talked about outside of some financial stuff that to make it better. He was like, what I was charging at the time was selling myself short in terms of what I could be doing. I agreed, because there's this massive training company in my area. At one point they were training over 500 kids, and they charge over $300 a month, and you have to pay that $325, $350 a month. Like, there's no drop-in rate, there's no pay as you go. You pay $325, $350 a month, and you come 2 to 3 days a week, and in groups of 20 to 30.
Okay, let's sit on that. Why do you think people are willing to pay that much for that large of a group? How many sessions were they getting for that $325, $350 per month?
Depends on the time of year, but like 2 to 3 sessions a week. And I'm blessed to train in a relatively affluent area, which helps. So it's probably not as affluent as Irvine, California is, but it's a relatively affluent area. And so that company's been around for like 10 years. And so they've built up their reputation over time. And they started charging more and more for their academy style training. And because it's a relatively affluent area, people just went along with it. And so now I come in, while they're 8+ years in already, and people are so accustomed to paying that higher number for them that when I had that consult with Lawley, it just made sense, because people are already used to paying X amount for training in the area. Like, that's what a lot of it goes for.